Well, hello YouTube. This video today is going to be an update on the Ariens ST824. As you can see, I have removed the tractor, which is over here. I've removed this piece, which comes off with just a couple bolts. I removed this and separated it from the auger. And then what I did is I pulled the auger apart, which is held on with 3 bolts. And we have a whole box that arrived full of a bunch of goodies here, a bunch of different parts. We'll take a look, see what we have in here. Initially I thought I could just put this all back together. I was pumping grease into these Zerk fittings here, of which there's 2. You should be able to get grease to come out of this end when you load that Zerk with grease, and the same thing with that one. But I couldn't, nothing was pumping through, and this is why. This is all corroded. So what I gotta do is I need to take this down so that this is all bare metal, and that'll allow this grease to fit in here, ooze out the ends, and push any water out. So we have a bunch of new parts here that I've ordered from Jack's small engine. I got new belts, and I've got new bearings, new ball bearings. Here's the other belt. You can see how well that cleaned up. And the ends here to about right here, this was all rusted. That's going to allow this to grease up good. I'm going to remove this pin over here on this side, and then I'm going to do the same thing. You can see the wire wheel on that grinder cleaned this up really nice. And there was a little bit of pitting here. It was able to really get a lot of that. You can see where there's like a little ridge here. This is from lack of lubrication and a bad bushing. I didn't really have that on the other side so much, but I have new replacement bushings and ends, and those ends fit right on there in the side of the snowblower. So new ends and new bushings. And with proper lubrication, this won't really pose much of a problem, but it's another reason why you really got to make sure these grease fittings are operational. Okay, so I've mounted my new flange bolt. That's back there. Cleaned up the shaft. Next, the bearing. Just tap it on with a socket. So now we're going to add our bearing support, which is over here, and our new bushing. Okay, so we've got our flange bearing in there, as well as the brand new bushing. Now there's a large bolt that goes on that end. And then what I did is I put the flange bearing inside the auger housing, bolted that on. The next thing we're going to do is get rid of these crappy pulleys. They're definitely worn. The bearings are loose. And then we're going to replace the belts. First thing we got to do is got to take this belt guard off. So we're going to do that. Take this off. Take that off. And then replace that. My air ratchet set low so I'm not stripping out anything. When you're using a grinder, if you wind up messing up the threads, I completely messed up the threads. So what I did is I bought new ones, and I'm just going to press, well, I just pressed these out, and it's simple as just setting it on the press and then pressing down on this, and they pop right out. So I'm going to press in the new ones and just do the opposite. So I'll get back when that's done. So YouTube, what I've decided to do is I have to get another flange. When I ordered the wrong one, I believe. I need a flange that has no bolts in it. So that's going to cover this flange bearing. Will cover that. The other thing I decided to do, I looked up the part for the pulley, that big rusted bent pulley. That is that's going to be coming. That was like $30, but you know, it's a big pulley, so I need that. And then I also bought a brake kit here. So I bought that as well. Here's that new spring I just put in. That's working really good. Next video, we're going to button this thing up and we'll test it. We're due to get some colder weather the end of the week. Maybe we'll get some snow and actually be able to use this. I want to thank everybody for watching my videos. If you have not hit the subscribe button, please do so, as well as click the thumbs up button because that helps me a lot. I appreciate everybody watching, appreciate my new subscribers as well, and want to thank you all for checking out this video. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the next one.